Hi everybody. Ah, okay. So what the fuck am I doing? I'm a mess, but give me a second. So I don't think anybody has joined yet. This message was from Ollie like a while ago. So rereading Conquest by Celeste Art because I executive dysfunction partway through reason. Okay. So just to give you all context, because I can see that one person is watching me right now. Hello, hi, please say hello in the comments. Much appreciated. I did schedule, like you all say schedule or schedule, because I think the British pronunciation is I think the British pronunciation is schedule, and we all know the reason why I'm speaking English. Anyway, you know, the empire just could not decide to sit its ass in one place. So I think the British pronunciation is schedule, and I think Americans call it schedule. Not sure. But anyway, my plan was to have this scheduled for not longer than 3 hours. So I'm thinking like 2 hours, maybe 30 minutes, 15 or something, because at the moment it's 10:02 p.m. my time. So my plan is to read and then go to bed because pajamas, baby. Okay, the only thing I don't have on is my cotton bonnet because I don't know. Would you all have appreciated if I'd shown up like all cozy and shit, like with my satin bonnet? You know what? I should probably do that because I'm going to bed. I think next time after we like take the break from the reading sprint, you all are going to see me with my bonnet. Um, but anyway, it's 10 p.m. my time. My plan is to read to like a little. Oh my God! You know, we're just talking about this that you always say hello in the chat. Hi, thank you for joining. Um, so my plan is to let's do this reading sprint to like for like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours ish, which will put me at either just before midnight or just a little after midnight. Then I can sleep because your girl has to work tomorrow morning and I fucking hate it. Capitalism is a disease, is a scourge. Before we get into reading, because I do want us to start like I'm behind on my reading. And you all know Black SFFAthon is we're wrapping things up next week. So my plan is to like get all the reading done between like within a week. Because the first week I was just fucking around. So I want to get a lot of reading done. I'm thinking we will start. Hi. Thank you for joining. So the expectation is I will get a lot of reading done in this week. So we'll kick things off in another 2 minutes. I'm just giving some people time to join us, and we'll have at it. But the first thing I want to ask is, and you can drop this in the comments. What is everybody reading during this sprint? I will go first. I'm reading this gorgeous book by Sea and Sky by Anton Bandele. My very good friend Holly sent me this, and I've been wanting to read forever. I'm reading this. Hi, oh my God, people, you all showed up. Thank you. I'm gonna cry. I'm emotional. I'm emotional. That's what I feel. God, I miss Michael. Okay. So I miss Michael. Okay, so I'm reading by Sea and Sky by Antoine Bandele. Like how do you pronounce it? Antoine, Antoine, Antoine. I don't know. Like Antoine. I like it is not like see how I pronounced the Yoruba part of Bandele very well. But then I come here and I'm like Antoine, like Antoine. Like, can someone please tell me how to pronounce it? But yes, you're right. The cover is so pretty. So pretty. And I've had this now for it's been about a couple of months, and I've been like, I'm going to read this. So this is my pick for the Black SFFathon. I'm going to read the group book, that's Nisi Shaw's Shioma Land, which which Chloe did point out covers like multiple of the reading prompts. I'm going to be picking that to fulfill my gem prompt, and then the the book pick, the group pick, by Sea and Sky, because I've been suffering through a reading slump, so I've not been reading as much. But by Sea and Sky is going to cover the read a book by a new author, because this is the first time I'm going to be reading Bandele's book, Antoine Bandele's book. And then the second prompt is covers for me is the fact that is a genre blender, because it does have some elements of fantasy, it does have some elements of science fiction. It's apparently about space pirates inspired by the West Indies, East Africa, and also the Middle East, precisely Arabia. And I've wanted to read it for a while. So, and also like this cover is fucking gorgeous. Like, look at that cover. Isn't she badass? Isn't she a badass? And you know, I love it. I love it. Okay, so that's what I'm reading. DJ is reading Harley Quinn, The Hit Bang Kill Tour. Wow. You know, the fact that you're reading alone gives me joy. So it doesn't have to specifically be for Black SFFAthon, because I do know that I like to like tune into reading sprints to get me reading, so I don't mind. Love that you're obsessed about it. I'm going to keep that in mind and go look for it actually after this, because I do love Harley. You're welcome, Rain. You're welcome. Reading The Stand by Stephen King. Boyfriend is reading Burning God by of The Puppy Wall. Tell your boyfriend I say happy reading. I love that book. I love it. I love it. I love it. You're welcome. You're welcome, Pat. So this is my book pick. I decided I'm just going to keep talking till like 10:10-ish. And this is the bookmark I'm using. It says I'm short, but my stack tall. But my book stack tall. Isn't it the cutest? Isn't this the cutest? This is one of the bookmarks I got from Jesus. Oh my God, words. I got this from my very good friend, Brittany's store on melanineclectic.com. And I love this bookmark. As a short girl, I'm like 5'1". There's no extras. I tried giving myself extra, it didn't work. So I'm 5'1", but my book stack is tall, as you all know. So I really love this. So bookmark, check, book, check, and I have a gallon of water because we have to stay hydrated. So let's get started. I would say I'm going to put things in. I'm going to make this like a set of like say 45-minute sprints, right? Yes, it makes sense. So I'm thinking we can do maybe 2-3 sets of 45-minute sprints each, and then we can decide. And that would be not decide, because at that point in time we would have crossed the 2 hours mark, and then we would probably just like have a lot of gist and just wrap things up for the night. Oh, really? Unfortunately, we don't have HBO Max. It's so annoying. We don't get Disney Plus either. Not like I'm not willing to pay, but Disney's also been a bitch because they're not even letting me use VPN, because I got a month subscription because I was like, okay, what? I will just use my VPN. Disney's like, nah, bitch, we know where you live. We know where you live. You are not circumnavigating this shit. And so, like, they didn't really give me my subscription, which was sad because I was only able to like watch 2 episodes of Abbott Elementary before they were like, kick her out, kick her out, kick her out, kick her out, and I've been kicked out of Disney. So the same thing with HBO Max. So I'm like, my money is good. My money, take my money. So yes. Only the side characters so far are Black in this comic. Okay. While Justice Leaves by Stacey Abrams. Red Fledgling by Octavia Butler yesterday. Oh, excellent choices. I've not done any reading this week because, once again, like I said, reading something. So, okay. I wish I could put up like this old timer thing, but I'm currently doing this from my iPad because my laptop was acting very, very unwilling. She's kind of old, so I'm not trying to force her to do things that she's currently like, girl, I don't have time. So I'm doing this for my iPad, and so I cannot share like put like a timer on another pad and then like share another tab. I don't know what's wrong, but StreamYard, you need to make these things easy for me to navigate on my iPad. But anyway, we're officially in 10 minutes past, so I will set my alarm, not the alarm actually, just my timer. I'll set my timer for the very first 45 minutes. Can you see? That's the first 45 minutes. I'm going to go on mute so that you are not distracted by the sound, but we're starting now. Hi everyone. Thank you for popping in. Hi Bree. Hi. Hi Tamara. Um, so we've hit the end of the first reading screen for today, which was 45 minutes. I know I initially said that I wanted to see if I could do three, but I don't think I'll be able to last up to three because it's nearly 11 p.m. It's like 2 minutes to 11. So we'll just have a second 45-minute session, and that would be all. So total reading for an hour and a half. But like there was conversations in between. So I just want to ask, how is everybody's like reading going so far? Um, what book are we reading and are we enjoying it? Deidre, how is Ali? How is Ali Queen treating you? Are you like, I know of course you said you were enjoying it, so did you enjoy even more of it? I'm currently on page 46. Mm, sorry. I'm currently on page 46 of by Sea and Sky. And um I'm trying to figure out things, right? Because this world is very interesting. Um Antoine Mbandele definitely wrote a book that has a lot of trading and this mix and match of resources and products and goods from different regions, which really does fit the timeline that this was inspired by, because there was like a lot of heavy trading between like African territory and like um the Middle East and the West Indies, and you can see like elements of these different produce and goods that these regions were exchanging amongst each other during that period of time. Um, and I think that like I liked that part of the world building. It really sank me in. I'm still trying to understand the whole thing with the flying ship, you know. Um, and I'm wondering if it's a marvel of technology, or if it's just like if it's something magical. So we'll figure that out. Our lead character though, Zala, sometimes I'm like, girl, act with sense. You cannot keep losing your mind and your shit like this. People are going to die and it's going to be your fault. But she's also like, I understand that the reason why she reacts the way she does is because she really does love her husband. And she's like as quick to protect him as just like that, and I love that for her. But I do think that sometimes in her bid to rush to protect him, she does make some very silly like mistakes. But also she's way more perceptive, because she was the one that suspected that something is up. The rest of them did not, especially not that stupid ass captain of ours. So there is that. Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoy your trip. Have a lot of fun. Take pictures, take videos, like have those memories. Find a way to um have those memories, like, so you can come back to them any other day. Hi Bree, thank you for popping in. I'm certain that you're probably still, because like, yeah, this was like a while ago, just shortly after we started the reading sprint. But thank you for joining. Thank you for popping in to say hi, Bree. I hope you have a great day at work. Hopefully not as stressful. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Actually ended up working some and not reading, but I'm reading this last sprint. Okay, that is cool. Okay. So, but how is everybody? Like, I'm just, I'm actually really like, this is one of the rare books that whilst I'm reading it, I keep turning to. Hmm, I keep turning to the glossary at the back, because like I'm like, oh, these are some really cool words, because I'm really invested in the world building. So I think that that is great. Also, I like to look, because the art. Look at the art. Look at them. Can you see? Isn't that awesome? Like, isn't that awesome? This is the lead character Zala. This is her husband Jelani, and this is Karim. Okay, this is Karim. These two are pirates. This person works for like the opposition government that's presently like the naval force. It works within the naval force of the country that is currently going through this whole expansionist nonsense bullshit, and they are trying to conquer. And I'm like, anytime I read a book that is basically about an indigenous force like resisting, it gives me joy. And the way in which they're writing this piracy so far, it's built off of resistance, and I'm living for it. At least the way in which Zala does it, like they are members of, because she's currently part of a crew, and there are other members in the crew that are not as altruistic as she is, because like you can tell she's like doing this to save my husband, although technically, to be fair, she's not doing it for her own people either. It's also to save her husband. Also, it's like, I'll save my husband but also fuck the empire, and I'm like, I live for that. Like, fuck them but also do things for the ones you love. Like a fave an icon. She's the moment. We love it. Hi, Regina. Better late than never. Thank you for joining us. We're about to start the last sprint for the day. It's going to be 45 minutes. So you can, like, you're not late at all. You can still participate and be a part of that. So that's cool. Both me and my boyfriend read 10 pages. Gunfire action be happening in my book. We love it. You know, like, we love it. Also, Burning God. Like, okay. I just want to, let me put in a final tweet and just be like, okay, so starting the final 45 minutes sprint in the next 5 minutes. Do come join us if you can, right? In the next couple of minutes, because it might be shorter than 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm looking at this. It's 300 and something pages, so I'm probably going to I'm going to be reading this Shioma's Land, which is the group book. I don't know why words are coming this way. I think it's just fatigue from the day. But that is the group book pick for this year's Black SFFAthon. So that's Shioma's Land by Nisi Shaw. If you go over to Chloe's channel, over at Thistle and Verse, she dropped the link to where you can get the book in her announcement video. You can either buy the book, but there's also she also puts in the links where Mr. Shaw has made it, like the publishers have made it available for us to get for free. So you can either get you can either buy the book, but if things are tight, because I know things are tight, for a lot of us. So if things are tight, you can get the book for free, no piracy, like a legitimate means. You can get the book for free. She has the link for the ebook. She also has the book for she also has the link for it on audio if you're interested in listening to it. I also know that there's this Spotify, it's also on Spotify. The entire book is on Spotify as well. So if that's how you want to read it, I think I'm going to listen to it on audio. I'm going to probably listen to it to and fro work. Once Monday is a public holiday here in Nigeria. It's Eid al-Maulud, which is the celebration of the Prophet Muhammad's birthday. Nigeria is a dual religious country, so we get both the Muslim and Christian holidays. So Monday is a public holiday, and so I will resume work on Tuesday. So my plan is to listen to Shioma's Land on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so that I can be part of the book discussion as we wrap up the Black SFFAthon. But so my plan is also to finish this in time so that I can have the two books read. Oh, you're listening to it. How are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying it? Because I can't wait. I'm really excited about it. I know that Chloe mentioned that she has read it and she really loved it, which is also a reason why she puts it up for the group book pick, which I'm excited about because Chloe has such fantastic taste in books. There's no book she's recommended or even bought for me or sent me that I've not been like, yo, this is such a great pick. This is such a great book. So I am I'm guessing you're enjoying it. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Okay, so I think that's about it. I want to do the next because, like I said, I was planning on making 3 hours and I can't, so I'll be, you know, aiming for 2 hours instead. So let's have the second and last reading sprint for today. It's going to be another 45 minutes. Oh, right, because it's going to be my first This is Shawl as well. Even though I do have Everfair, and I think that based off of exactly my like how I am I enjoy Sherman Land and I know I'm going to, I think I might jump into Everfair like either before the end of the year or very early next year. So but I'm glad you're enjoying it, Regina. Okay, so give me a second. Let me ooh, okay. So I'm setting the alarm. This is the second batch of 45 minutes. Starting now. And that is it. We've hit the final reading slump for the night. Almost 2 hours. Wow. I was so exhausted. I think immediately after I'm going to bed. How did everybody's author slump reading sprint go? Did I just say we've reached the end of the reading slump? Because this is what happens when you're exhausted. I meant we've reached the end of the second reading sprint for the night. Um, how did everybody's reading go? I have gotten to the end of chapter 78, so I'm starting chapter 79. It is actually being like very, very interesting with the way in which it's being told. I do believe though that like because I'm like all of these things that she's saying are logical. It doesn't make Zala smarter than everybody else in the room. It just makes me feel like everybody else in the room was made purposefully stupid. So Zala can rise above the pack and be the smarter one in the room. And it's a very interesting choice. This is also a book that seems to like have two POVs, one devoted to the protagonist, the clear protagonist of the story, which is Zala, and the second one dedicated to, I'm not sure if it's a villain yet or if it's just an antagonist, but to Kazim. And I like how both of them basically like there are interesting parallels to the way in which they've split up like there are interesting parallels to the way in which both of them are basically having to deal with inept greedy captains who are self-serving and would not listen to solid advice from them. So I'm expecting a mutiny in a way. So let's see. 9 pages and watched an episode of my NCIS. Oh, nice. Did you enjoy the episode? Ah, it's been a while since I watched NCIS last. Three chapters, um, 3 chapters read, getting more informative and intriguing. I love it. Read about 50 comic pages. That's great. Oh, thank you so much. As in, like, this was actually really much, very fun. I can't wait to finish this book and hopefully and like I hope that I love the ending because I think it's a duology, so I'll need to get the second book sometime soon. Um, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, like I said, this is the Black SFFAthon. If it is that you are interested in participating or you think that, oh, it's too late to participate, we still have an extra week to go. So you can still join us. There are only three prompts for the reading sprint. The first is to read a book by an author you've never read before. The second is to read a book that is a genre blender, that it has like explores multiple genres. And the third is for you to read a book with like either gems or rocks like featured in the story. And if it is that you're like, okay, I can't finish 3 books in 2 weeks, which understandable, understandable, our group pick is Mrs. Shaw's Shioma Land, which actually covers all 3 prompts. So just by reading the group book, you're covered in the prompts. Our live show and discussion, I think, is next week. If you're looking for where you can access the books, like I said, check out Chloe at Tissel and Versus channel. She has where you can get the buy the book, or if it is that like you're looking for a free copy, a legal legal access to a free copy of the book. She also has links on there, whether it's ebook you want or an audiobook, but she's got you covered. But yeah, that's basically it. Oh, you enjoyed the spring. Thank you. And the episodes of NCIS. Thank you. That is great. Thank you so much. Also, looking forward to many more. Oh, thank you, Pat. I am also a co-host for Solar Powered. What we usually do is read a book every 2 months. So we pick a book and then we read it over 2 months and have a discussion just like at the end of 2 months. And I am like, it's my book as the co-host, it's my book that is next. And the book I chose is Skin of the Sea, because Nigerian Mami Water stories. I live for it. So if it is that you're interested in reading Skin of the Sea, then um, like get your copy. I do intend to have like 3 reading sprints between the end of October and very early, like between like either end of October or all through like 3 weeks in November, to help with reading the book and then in anticipation for the discussion. So that's something I'm still going to do. Yes! Oh my god. Okay. Like this is great. Oh no. I'm miss okay. I need to read comics. I need to read that comic. I'm really I need to read the comic because it just occurred to me. I've not read like new comics in a while. I think the last comic I read was I got all caught up and up to date on Saga, and that was basically it. So I'm going to keep that in mind. But thank you so much, you all, for staying with me. It's been 2 hours and 2 minutes. Hi Emma, thank you for joining. Thank you. Um, and thank you, like I said, thank you for being with me. 2 hours, 2 minutes. I think I'm going to also make like reading sprints more of an occurrence on my channel. So even after the solar powered pick next month and us like reading like doing our reading sprint, I probably would like maybe do one sprint a month just to get us in the mood for that. It might be during the day though, because like your girl is exhausted. I want to sleep. But that is it. Thank you once again for joining me. I had a lot of fun and happy reading, everybody. And we hope to see you at our live discussion for the Black SFFathon next week. So thank you once again. Bye, everybody. Bye. Oh yes, Emma. So definitely, I'm working into bringing monthly sprints into content on my channel because it's fun. It's fun and it's helping me get some reading done. And it amidst my reading slump, so it helps a lot. So bye, everybody. Thank you for joining. Bye.